The Kardashian family is undeniably one of the biggest icons in recent American history. People in every corner of the nation have been impacted in some way by the Kardashians. They are trendsetters, whether it be fashion and beauty, music and television, or the internet itself. They have immense influence on the minds of teenagers and young adults of the United States. But what exactly is their cultural impact? What trends have they set? What successes and failures have they had? Join me, Noah Strike, as I examine the evidence in order to gauge just exactly how big their impact really is. Let's begin with a question on everyone's mind. How exactly did the Kardashians get so famous? In short, it's because of Kim Kardashian, a face Americans recognize more than George Washington or Albert Einstein. It all began in 1991 when Kris Jenner, Kim's mom, married Olympic athlete Caitlyn Jenner, drawing some media attention to the family. A short 4 years later, Kim's biological father, Robert Kardashian, successfully defended O.J. Simpson in his notorious murder trial, drawing vast attention to the family. This trial gave the Kardashians name recognition around the country as every American head was turned toward the courtroom. As for Kim herself, however, she had been friends with Paris Hilton, heiress of the Hilton Hotel empire, since childhood. This friendship helped rocket both Kim and Paris into stardom. Much like Taylor Swift, Kim has a long list of ex-lovers, including Damon Thomas, a music producer, Ray J, a musician, Reggie Bush, an NFL player, Nick Lanchi, an actor, Chris Humphries, an NBA player, Cristiano Ronaldo, a soccer player from Spain, and finally Kanye West, another musician. It is important to note that Kim has been married 3 times since she was 19, her marriage with Chris Humphries only lasting a mere 72 days. It is also noteworthy that a scandalous video of Kim and Ray J was leaked in 2007, causing Kim to gain even more international attention. Other than dating, marrying, and divorcing many men, Kim and her family have many other accomplishments which have given them their fame and fortune. In 2006, Kim and her sisters Khloe and Kourtney opened their first luxury clothing store in California. Dubbed Dash in all caps, it was a mega hit across the board. And finally, the pinnacle of it all, the first episode of the 11th-season show Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered on October 22, 2007. This ultimately skyrocketed the Kardashians from the D-list to the A-list, where they have remained ever since. One of the industries which has seen the biggest impact from the Kardashians is the fashion industry. As mentioned earlier, the Kardashian sisters own their own luxury clothing chain, Dash, with outlets across the globe from West Hollywood to Dubai to New York City. Kim's husband Kanye also has his own self-made clothing company, Yeezus. As of this video, Yeezus is in its 3rd season. While the Kardashians' line of clothes is luxurious and upscale, Kanye sells his torn clothes / homeless look for extraordinary amounts of money. A sweater with holes in it, like the one shown, sells for $2,000. Both companies have had enormous impact on the wider fashion community. Separate from the fashion industry itself, the Kardashians are known to wear out-of-the-box clothes that have a sense of high fashion and luxury. Their styles have set trends across the nation amongst teens. The most influential fashionista of the family is not a Kardashian, she's a Jenner. Kylie Jenner has arguably set the most fashion trends amongst teens today. She has created both new trends, such as her hairstyle, and revived old trends, such as yoga pants and Converse with a plaid shirt tied around the waist. It is uncontested that the Kardashians and Jenners are at the forefront of American fashion. The next industry impacted by the Kardashians is music. While their impact is relatively small in this industry, it exists nonetheless. Kanye West, Kim's current husband, is a world-renowned rapper selling millions of albums every year. Some of this musical talent must have rubbed off on Kim, as she herself released a single in 2011. All proceeds from the song went to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Kim later revealed that she did not have plans for an album anytime soon, and that she even regretted the song in the first place. Here is a clip. Many listeners of this song have voiced their strong opinions about it, including Ashton Korman, a local Kardashian expert. Korman says, "This song is honestly the worst piece of trash music I have ever heard. Please never play it for me again. My ears are bleeding." The Kardashians' impact on the music industry is nominal, so it has not had as big of an impact on today's Americans as other aspects of their lives have. Undoubtedly, the industry most impacted by the Kardashians is reality television. The Kardashians have their own reality TV show showcasing their day-to-day life as well as big events such as global travels and marriages. Entitled Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it first premiered on E! Network in 2007 and has since run 11 seasons. In February 2015, the show was renewed for another 4 seasons, bringing the grand total up to 15 seasons. As Time magazine said, with Kim at the forefront, Keeping Up with the Kardashians has successfully put the majority of the Kardashian-Jenner clan on the map since it first came on the air in 2007. If the Kardashians have drama, the entire world knows. In the words of Khloe Kardashian, if one Kardashian has drama, the entire world knows because we tweet about it. This touches on the Kardashian social media impact, which will be discussed later. In addition to the main show, there have been several spin-offs. These include mini-series such as Khloe and Kourtney Take Miami, Kourtney and Kim Take New York, Kourtney and Khloe Take the Hamptons, I Am Kate, Khloe and Lamar, and Lord Disick, Lifestyles of a Lord. These spin-offs range from 1 to 3 seasons on average. The show has mainstreamed every trend by putting it in the direct eyesight of every American man, woman, and child. There isn't a household in the nation that hasn't seen the Kardashians on TV at least once. All in all, the Kardashians' impact on the television industry has been bigger than big. The Kardashians have set numerous beauty standards from the size of some body parts to how they contour. Contouring is defined as the use of makeup to create a drastic definition of one's cheekbones. It has become mainstreamed over the years, greatly as a result of the Kardashians publicizing it in their show and on social media. Another beauty standard set by the Kardashians is their hair. Seemingly a small detail, the Kardashians have proved that hairstyle and color can drastically affect one's appearance. In recent years, Kim has gone through 3 different colors and numerous hairstyles, as one can see from these pictures. Khloe, Kim's sister, has also gone through different styles and colors. Finally, cherry on top, Kylie Jenner. Her recent transformation from average human teenager to half plastic, half human hybrid has the internet in a storm. This is Kylie 5 years ago, and this is Kylie today. Huge change, right? In the words of Kris Jenner, Kylie's mom, "You kinda look like My Little Pony meets Katy Perry. You're turning into like punk rock Barbie." It is clear that Kylie has not only transformed her hair, but also her body in general. One is able to see the evolution of the Kardashians' bodies from the late 2000s to now, simply by looking at red carpet pictures such as these. It is fairly obvious that the Kardashians have physically changed their bodies in order to obtain a higher form of beauty. Since the Kardashians are at center stage when it comes to media attention, their bodies have become the norm in terms of beauty. Some will argue their beauty standards are detrimental to today's youth, as they set a goal which cannot be obtained, causing insecurity. When asked what impacts the Kardashians' bodies have had on her life, local teen Ashton Corbin said the following: "Teens today look at the Kardashians as role models. They see success flows to whoever has the biggest butt, and that makes them feel as though they need to look like that. It really causes issues with self-confidence, especially since those butts aren't even obtainable by someone like us, a teenager. It's such an unachievable standard of beauty." So yes, the Kardashians have made huge impacts on which bodies are considered desirable, but this impact may have had negative effects on today's teens. The Kardashians' internet presence is immense and on a global scale. On Twitter alone, Kim Kardashian boasts a whopping 20 million followers, making her the 12th most followed person on Twitter. Kourtney and Khloe Kardashian also boast a near 20 million. Kendall Jenner, the Kardashian stepsister, has a near 17 million, and Kylie Jenner, the other stepsister, has nearly 15 million. These numbers exemplify just how important the Kardashians are to the Twitter sphere alone. Their tweets consist mostly of selfies, beauty tips, and the never-forgotten Twitter fights with other famous celebrities. Most recently, Kim and Kanye went heavily armed when Kanye's ex-lover brought up certain things that Kanye would have liked to say in secret. This tweet has been censored for grading reasons. If you're getting confused by this, don't worry, so is everyone else. This graphic should explain a little. To summarize, Amber Rose, Kanye's ex, says the things Kanye took offense to, causing him to go ballistic. Blac Chyna stepped in to back Amber up. This further complicated things as Blac is currently in a relationship with Rob Kardashian, Kim's brother. And she has a child with Tyga, Kylie's now ex-boyfriend. It doesn't help that Blac is also close friends with Kim, Kanye's wife. As one can imagine, the internet practically blew up when this fight was going on. To this day, it remains an iconic part of Twitter. Another social media platform the Kardashians practically own is Instagram. Kim again takes the lead of the sisters with a massive following of 63 million. Khloe comes in second with a whopping 43 million. Finally, Kourtney comes in third with around 35 million. On the Jenner side of it all, Kendall and Kylie hover around 52 million, putting them right behind Kim. As you might have guessed, their posts are almost all selfies. Nonetheless, they command the largest collective Instagram following to date. This gives them the means to mainstream whatever trend they desire, whether it be beauty, butts, or makeup. Some other social media platforms include YouTube and the App Store. YouTube is less of a way for the Kardashians to get their trends to the populace, but more of a means of the populace to mock the Kardashians. Some iconic Kardashian parodies are done by popular YouTube channel SimGM. This channel uses The Sims 2, a video game, to make spoofs about the Kardashians. Possibly the most well-known is the spoof Soda Drama. I could just tell you about it, but you'll want to watch for yourself.
What drinks are you both gonna order?
I don't know, I've never been here.
I've been here like 1,000 times. You should get the orange soda, it's amazing.
Okay.
What would you ladies like to drink?
Orange soda, please.
I'll have the strawberry soda.
Me too, strawberry soda.
I am so shocked and betrayed right now.
You don't have to have any prior experience with the Kardashians to laugh at this. It's hilarious. Another well-known video of the Kardashians is Kourtney teaching us how to eat a Kit Kat. Again, you'll want to see this.
I am going to show you guys something that Kim taught me. I think we were like 7 and 8. How to eat a Kit Kat, and it's pretty life-changing. First of all, it makes you eat less because you're eating it so slow. It's kind of melted. So first you break off the piece, like one piece, and then you eat the chocolate off the end and the other end. Uh-oh, I ate too much. You're not supposed to eat the crunchy part yet. Then you eat the chocolate down each side. Okay. And then you pull the top layer off and eat that. And by the way, this tastes so much better. Like, I would never even dream to eat a Kit Kat and just like bite it into it. Okay, then you separate it again. You eat the bottom piece. And then the best part of the whole Kit Kat is the middle piece. So then you eat this middle piece, which is so good. And that's it. And that's how you eat a Kit Kat. And I guarantee you, if you do that once, you will never eat a Kit Kat any other way.
Who knew eating a Kit Kat correctly was so complicated? The App Store has been dominated by Kim. Twice, in fact. With the release of her app Kim Kardashian Hollywood in the summer of 2014, it was apparent that Kim knew what she was doing. For about a week in June, the entire world shut down as they aimlessly tried to become an A-list celebrity, the game's ultimate goal. This was achieved through photo shoots, movie deals, modeling jobs, etc. In the first 5 days after the initial release, the game made a profit of over $1.6 million. By mid-summer, the game was the only 5-star app in the iTunes top 10. Ultimately, the game peaked with 22.6 million players, myself included. The next job on Kim's list? Her own emojis. Dubbed Kimoji and released just this past November, the app has become insanely popular. So popular that it crashed the App Store. Twice. The app allows users to use small emojis of Kim Kardashians and friends in texts. It has been downloaded by millions, myself included. If you have access to the internet, you have access to the Kardashians. It is impossible to have an account on any social media without seeing them plastered in your feed. The Kardashians have most certainly had an enormous impact on the web, creeping their way into the minds of every citizen of the United States, undoubtedly creating a lasting impact. On a far more serious note than selfies and emojis, the Kardashians have been involved in social activism for years. Descending from Armenian immigrants, they used their fame and fortune to draw international attention to the often forgotten Armenian genocide. In earlier seasons of their show, they were filmed going to Armenia to mark the 100th anniversary of the genocide. The Armenian genocide began in 1915 and ultimately resulted in the mass murder of over 1 million. The genocide has sadly only been recognized by 29 countries. The United States does recognize the genocide, but only 43 states teach it in public schools. Ultimately, the Kardashians aim to change this, a noble act considering the uphill battle they face. Formerly known as Bruce, Caitlyn Jenner is a former Olympian turned actress turned Kardashian. Caitlyn married Kris in 1991 after 5 months of dating. They had 2 children together, Kendall and Kylie, before ultimately divorcing for irreconcilable differences in September of 2014. In April of 2015, Caitlyn Jenner came out as transgender in an interview with Diane Sawyer on 2020. Jenner stated that she has dealt with gender dysphoria, the condition of being uncomfortable with one's sex and gender, her entire life. Her name and gender were officially changed on state records in September of 2015. Caitlyn revealed that before her marriage to Kris, she cross-dressed and was on hormone therapy. She ended both when things with Kris became more serious. Caitlyn also revealed that Kris prevented her from expressing herself while they were in a relationship together. This largely contributed to their divorce. Caitlyn's transition was largely publicized by an article and coinciding cover sheet with Vanity Fair. The cover image quickly circulated the internet, bringing support from some and hardcore transphobia from others. Caitlyn was given her own show by E! Network detailing her life as a woman. Entitled I Am Kate, it began with high ratings before plummeting for a number of reasons. Caitlyn began as an LGBT icon, receiving numerous awards for her courage. Most notably, Caitlyn received the SV Arthur Ashe Courage Award. While receiving the award, Caitlyn made this moving, emotional speech.
As you just saw, I dealt with my situation on my own, in private. And that turned this journey into an already incredible education. It's been eye-opening, inspiring, but also frightening. All across this country right now, all across the world, at this very moment, there are young people coming to terms with being transgender. They're learning that they're different, and they're trying to figure out how to handle that, on top of every other problem that a teenager has. They're getting bullied. They're getting beaten up. They're getting murdered. And they're committing suicide. The numbers that you just heard before are staggering. But they are the reality of what it's like to be trans today. If you want to call me names, make jokes, doubt my intentions, go ahead. Because the reality is, I can take it. But for the thousands of kids out there coming to terms with being true to who they are, they shouldn't have to take it. So for the people out there wondering what this is all about, whether it's about courage or controversy or publicity, well, I'll tell you what it's all about. It's about what happens from here. It's not just about one person. It's about thousands of people. It's not just about me. It's about all of us accepting one another. We're all different. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. And while it may not be easy to get past the things you always don't understand, I want to prove that it is absolutely possible if we only do it together.
However, she quickly descended from her ivory tower via the tower being knocked down violently by an angry mob. Caitlyn is an opponent of same-sex marriage and is in public support of Ted Cruz. Cruz is a 2016 presidential candidate who has been sponsored by many anti-LGBT organizations, some with the audacity to call for the execution for anyone identifying as LGBT. Obviously, this raises issues with the vast majority of the LGBT community, many claiming Jenner is a hypocrite and going against everything she should stand for. In March of 2016, Caitlyn said, "Donald Trump is good for women everywhere," angering many women and men alike, considering how Trump has been accused of raping numerous women and is generally just a sexist, racist person. However, regardless of her political views and missteps, she is a human being who deserves the utmost dignity and respect. You do not have to agree with her or her transition, but you do have to respect her. Ultimately, Caitlyn and the Kardashian sisters' social activism is something to be impressed with. Caitlyn braved violent transphobia to come out and be her true self, while the Kardashians are drawing international media attention to one of the world's least remembered social injustices. This has had a vast impact on oppressed minorities, not only in America, but around the globe. The Kardashian family is undeniably one of the biggest icons in recent American history. People in every corner of the nation have been impacted in some way by the Kardashians. They're trendsetters, whether it be fashion and beauty, music and television, or the internet itself. They have immense influence on the minds of teenagers and young adults of the United States. They've set fashion trends by opening their own stores and starting their own clothing lines. They've mainstreamed beauty techniques, from makeup to hairstyles. They've had astronomical success in television and music. They're some of the internet's most recognizable and most famous people. After examining the facts, it's safe to say that the Kardashians' impact on not only America, but the globe is immense. They have the hearts and minds of the younger generation in the palms of their hands. The only question left is, what will they do next?